Welcome back students of class 4 to your e-learning class. This is, as you know, it is your science class. In the previous classes I have started chapter number 10, adaptations, how animals survive. So we have learned that what is adaptations, what are the different types of animals, terrestrial animals, arboreal animals, aerial animals. We have learned. Then we have also learned from the chapter that adaptations in animals according to their habitat. So adaptations in terrestrial animals we have seen. We have seen adaptations in aquatic animals, and also we have seen adaptation in amphibian, arboreal animals and aerial animals. Then we have also learned, I have discussed with you, you might have seen this video in the YouTube channel. You will search for the video and you will see that one. We have also discussed adaptations in behavior, means hibernation, what is hibernation, what is estivation. We have seen, we have also learned what is migration, what are the different animals that migrate from one region to another region. Today I will be discussing you adaptations for protection. Adaptations for protection. Okay, so what are the adaptations for protection? You can find this on page number 59. Okay, number 1, camouflaging. See here, adaptation for animals are hunted and eaten by other animals, so they need protection from their enemies in their surrounding. Animals adapt themselves to protect from their enemies in the following ways. Number 1, camouflaging. I have written there how these animals are adapted. The color and shape of some animals like zebras, leaf insect and grasshoppers are such that they can merge with the surroundings. This is called camouflaging. They are merging with the surroundings by their color and shape, and those animals are called camouflaging animals. Camouflage makes an animal hard to be seen in its surroundings. This adaptation protects them from their enemies. A chameleon changes its body color according to the surroundings to escape from its enemies. Arctic foxes live in polar regions. They have brown coat in summer. They grow white fur in winters to merge with the surrounding. Now number 2, shells and spines. Shells and spines. Okay, tortoises and snails have hard shells that cover and protect their soft bodies. Porcupines and hedgehogs have sharp spines to protect themselves from their enemies. They have spine to protect from their enemies. Now next one is number 3, strong legs. You can find this in the next page in your science book, that is page number 60. You can find this strong legs adaptation for protection in page number 60. Some animals like deer, giraffe and ostriches have strong legs. They can run very fast whenever they sense any danger. Now poison, next group is poison, how they are adapted. See, some animals such as bees and wasps. Bees and wasps have sting to protect them. They use their stings to inject poison into the bodies of their enemies. They have poison in the bodies, they inject the poison into the bodies of the enemies. Okay, now there is one MCQ. We'll do that one. This is page number, same page, page number 60. Number 1, MCQ. Deep sleep of some animals during winter is called estivation, hibernation, migration. It is hibernation. Hibernation. Tick mark, hibernation. Okay. Number 2, an animal whose color merges with its surrounding is chameleon, vulture, leech. It is chameleon. Okay, you will underline chameleon. Okay, now we will do the next topic, that is adaptations for food. How the animals are adapted for food. This is page number 60 in your science book. You can follow page number 60. Adaptations for food. Page number 60, 60 and 61 you can follow. Okay. Number 1, herbivores. Herbivores. So you know animals can also be categorized on the basis of the eating habits. Herbivores, you know, they are plant eating animals. So cows, buffalo, deer, etc. are herbivores. These animals eat only plants and plant products. They have sharp front teeth for biting and strong back teeth for chewing the plant. Next is carnivores. Carnivores. Lions and tigers are carnivores. These animals eat flesh of other animals. They have sharp tearing teeth that are called canines for hunting and tearing the flesh of their prey. So carnivores, you know, they are flesh eating animals. Now next coming is omnivores. Omnivores. You know omnivores? Omnivores means animals that eat both flesh and plant. So crows, bears and human beings are omnivores. These animals eat both plants and flesh of other animals. Now next page you can see this thing in the next page. This is number 4. Animals are parasites. Parasites. Some animals like lice and bedbug live on the body of other animals, suck their blood. Some animals like tapeworm and hookworm live inside the body of other animals and get their food. The animals which live in or on the body of other animals are called parasites. So question can be, what are parasites? Okay, so what are parasites? The animals which live in or on the body of other animals are called parasites. The animals from which parasites get their food are called hosts. So the animals from which parasites get their food are called hosts. Now next set of animals are scavengers. So scavengers means the animals that eat the flesh of dead animals. These animals eat the flesh of dead animals. For example, vultures and hyenas. Vultures have strong and sharp beak to tear the flesh. Okay. Okay. Now we will discuss now very important animals. These are called endangered animals. Okay. Very important one. Next set of animals are endangered animals. Okay, page number 61. Okay, organisms can adapt to various conditions but to a certain limit. Sometimes the surrounding conditions become extremely harsh for an animal to survive. In this condition, the number of animals start decreasing and ultimately they disappear from the earth. Dodo is one of the few animals that have already disappeared from the earth. The animals which do not exist on the earth now are called extinct animals. So here you will learn 2 questions. What are extinct animals? You learn this question, what are extinct animals? The animals which do not exist on the earth now, they are called extinct animals. For example, dinosaur, dodo, these are all extinct animals. They will not come again now. Because of various human activities like cutting of forests to build factories, houses and roads, existence of many other animals is in danger. Such animals that are in a danger of becoming extinct are called endangered animals. So next question is question number 2. What are endangered animals? What are endangered animals? Such animals that are in a danger of becoming extinct are called endangered animals. They are not extinct, they are in a verge of extinction. Okay, they are endangered animals. Tiger and giant panda are examples of endangered animals. We should take steps to conserve these animals, otherwise they will become extinct in the following years. So we should have take preventive measures or suggestive measures to protect these animals, otherwise they will become extinct once again. So that's all for today. In our next class we will be